The next buck that we have in the ring is a buck called Boomerang. He's an American Australian white. I forgot to talk about the blood work on that prior buck. Both of these two bucks are in NFF. This one's owned by Edge Livestock and Allland Acres. Is that how you say that? I tell you, these are interesting sheep to me just for the mass and the body and functionality about them. I'm going to let you take off on that because you're a little more familiar with these.
Yeah, sure. One of the things that in this business we've been blessed with is a lot of creative people, and when you start looking at opportunities in our industry and opportunities with small ruminants and opportunities with sheep, this is an opportunity that we need to talk about and make people aware of. And so the Australian White brings a lot of unique characteristics, and most importantly, what they bring to the table is a unique meat quality. And so they're much higher in omega-3 fatty acids than much of the other breeds of sheep that are in the U.S. And so does this guy go in and win a class at the Indiana State Fair? No, that's not what his purpose is. Does this guy serve a lot of functionality? Is there a lot of purpose? And is there a lot of future and potential in this breed? It absolutely is. And so if you're a innovator, if you're a person who looks at entrepreneurial opportunities, the Australian White is going to make an impact in the U.S. sheep market in the very near future, and it's going to come in the realm of solar farm grazing. That's going to translate into a meat market. There's some initiatives out there from branded meat products, branded lamb products. And the Australian White and a derivative of that is going to make a huge impact in the U.S. in the next 10 years. And so don't miss this, what we're talking about here. This is one to look at. You may not buy semen on this guy today, but I tell you, you need to get out there. You need to look at that breed and reach out to us about some opportunities that are coming down the pike.
I mean, I've heard some good things about this breed in terms of durability and just in commercial sheep setting. These are sheep that are pretty tough to take take some rough environment, can't they?
Yeah, 100%. And so we, when we were last down at our location in New Zealand, Doug left that location and ran over to Tatakill in Australia and visited with Graham there about the breed and the direction he's going. And so he has stabilized this breed of sheep, and now he's moving towards some of the finer details. So now he's taking this breed of sheep and he's improving hoof size and hoof quality and durability and those things. And so this is a guy that Graham's one of those guys that is just a brilliant. Everybody wants to talk about breeders. This guy's a breeder, and he's created a breed that has a lot of future, has a lot of value. And when you talk about that into the, Western Plains type of livestock programs, where you get into Texas and those kind of things, these are the kind of sheep that can change those programs and increase the U.S. Meat quality and change our consumers' minds.
Yeah, sometimes we get hung up in this show ring, and then we forget about some of the functionality and the things that we're in this sheep business for. And I think this one can bring a lot of good things to the table.
So we get in the show ring, and I'm going to get off my soapbox in just a minute, but you get in the show ring and you talk about all these traits. Well, here's the situation. You've got a sheep that his head and neck sets right, his shoulder angle is right, so you're not going to have lambing issues. His head shape's right for not having lambing issues. He's got good circumference of actual bone. It has nothing to do with the wool on his legs. He has a flat bone structure on his back leg. He has a round bone structure on his front leg. Look at his forearm size. Most people don't talk about forearm structure anymore, but forearm structure directly correlates to the muscles going down the back and how big that rack and loin edge is going to be. He's big, wide hip. He has a slope to his hip and rump, which is actually better because that allows the curvature of the animal to move as they function and flex and go. So, there's an awful lot of value in this sheep, this breed, and the future of what these Aussie Whites are going to do.
Yep, that functionality is important.